Anyway, okay, here we go. Public lands and facilities, not here, so forget about them. No, request approval to pay BPU for fire hydrant meter rental. Boys, what's that?
That has to do with the swimming pool. Whenever we fill the swimming pool, we basically fill it, the fire department assists, and they fill it through a hydrant.
Okay,
And that was over $1,885.66.
okay, they'll bring it next week?
Yep.
Okay, Public Works. Giving Jeff a workout.
The first item is our renewal of our AutoCAD subscription through DLT Solutions. Went up slightly from last year, $2237.40.
Okay. Bring it next week.
Okay, bring it.
Next is farming operations with Dennis Friesen. $16,729.66. That produced 1,271 bale, 5-foot round bales. A small
Okay.
error in the invoice attached. We're working on getting that corrected, but the amount is correct at 16,729.56.
Okay.
Okay,
Wastewater treatment facility, repairs to the vac truck. The screen weldments are large cylinder screens inside the debris body. They filter out large particles in the air stream created by the system centrifuge blower and have to be replaced from time to time. Also, the 4-position switch is not working properly and needs to be replaced. We received a quote from Red Equipment, who's our VACCON dealer, in the amount of $1490.48, which includes an estimated $100 for shipping.
Is that done by our people, or
Yeah.
do they come in and do it, or
No,
we can do that ourselves?
yeah,
Okay,
this is parts only.
good.
Next item, change order number 4 on the Grimes-Anna street reconstruction. The item of seal course was increased for the box culvert at the high school entrance, and also the cast-in-place section at Grimes and Earl and the cast-in-place section at Grimes and Anna. Total of 66.65 cubic yards of seal course used at $175 per cubic yard. We had the bid item of 1 cubic yard on the contract. Using the seal course helped keep the project on schedule and less delays due to drying or recovery days.
Okay.
And finally, I guess I got 3 more. But, we received a call from projects from Jenny Kramer, KDOT's bicycle and pedestrian coordinator, regarding fiscal year 22-23 TA Transportation Alternative Program. We received funds from this program from both Phase 1 and Phase 2 of the Avenue A Centennial 10-foot sidewalk, the Northview 10-foot sidewalk currently under design, and the program also provided a grant for the Safe Routes to School project has been constructed. Benish is willing to put together an application at no cost for the right of securing the design work if the city's awarded the 5th TA grant. I've attached a few options that we had, highlighted in green. Estimated cost, this is from Maine to Sonora, $570,000, of which the city would have a $245,000 share, and that's if it was to go on the north side of Northview. If it goes on the south side of Northview, it's a $1,067,000 with the city's share $436,000, and that's because the ditch would have to be filled in and storm sewer put in there. They're out highlighted in red, Sonora to Maxwell. This section would not be possible unless it was done after or in conjunction with the red route or green route. Estimated cost $550,000. City share of that would be $238,230.
Is that 550 in addition to the
No,
green?
that's the total
That's total.
construction cost. Total cost of the project would be $550, with the city share $238.
But wouldn't you have to have done the other project? That's an add-on?
Yeah, in addition. Yeah, I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
didn't understand.
Okay. I just-
Third option, the route highlighted in blue, Northview to Wickersham. Estimated cost $440,000, city share $197,000. With that, we think that the red route, Main to Sonora, on the north side is the most viable option. I just wanted to let you know that there has been a change in the Safe Routes to School program. The limit for phase one was raised from $15,000 to $75,000, and preliminary engineering or design can now be included. Also, 3 separate applications are now permissible, one for the engineering study, one for the engineering design, one for construction. But Johnette and Richard and I met to look at the cash flows. It appears the only viable option would be out of the second half-cent sales tax. Johnette's comments based on the project estimate from the trail Main Street to Sonora along Northview of the $246,000 without resolution on the sales tax credits, the current debt schedule, the cash balance in the sales tax fund would fall below 250 at one point. With the current TA grant project starting, she's not comfortable with allowing the cash balance to get down that low. Her recommendations would be to wait a year, and by then we will have tax credit finalized, plus sales tax may have increased, and possibly we'd be in a better position to move forward.
Okay,
I would agree.
I guess we'll
Okay?
wait. Thank you.
Oh, and then
You got 2 more.
Yeah, I have property 10
You got Brown's disease.
LLC drainage release, which is the 24/7 quick shop. When the 24/7 quick shop was built, the lot did not lend itself to install on-site drainage. The city made an agreement with Property 10 LLC to contribute $15,000 towards drainage improvements made to North Champlin Street. When it was developed, the drainage for the Best Western Plus is nearly complete on North Champlin, and we've sent an invoice to Property 10 LLC for payment of the agreed $15,000. Mark Augustine of Property 10 LLC has requested a formal release from the city upon payment. The city attorney has drafted a receipt that will release Property 10 LLC and acknowledges payment of the $15,000. The city attorney is recommending that we file the signed receipt with the Register of Deeds since the original agreement was filed. So
Good.
I'd like to bring that next week.
Good, yes.
And then an update on the Chestnut Street Improvement Project, CDB reimbursement number 2. We've turned in our second request for payment of the CDBG funds in the amount of $22,000. No action here, just give you a status of the grant.
Good. Okay. Thank you.
Good job. Okay, administration.
I'll just, I don't have these 2 items on here, but I'll give you also updates on the other 2 CDBG grants as well. The CDBG CV grant, we opened up applications, as you remember, last Tuesday. I think we've got 14, it's either 14 or 15 applications we've received for that. The committee that's reviewing that will review that next week. And we'll be getting them all that information out for them to start looking at all of these applications, and they're fairly thick with all the documentation that goes along with those. We'll probably spend the better part of it, an afternoon, reviewing all those applications and rating those. The other thing is, the other CDBG grant we have is a housing grant, and I can tell you, I did get late last week, I got a list of those projects as they're ranked by the grant administrator. We have a rating criteria that we did when we adopted the housing plan. And they've gone through and rated the applications that we currently already have. And we'll be looking to potentially, after some inspections, looking at that first 5 set of houses here into July, 1st of August, to get started. But we actually have enough applications, and they've looked at enough of the properties that we probably have enough to cover the grant. As far as actual applications we already have. So that's the best we've ever done on one of the housing grants. And as far as the number of applications and the amount of interest, so it's definitely picked up, and we'll do our best to get through those and get inspections and get those evaluated and get going. And talking with the grant administrator, our hope is that we could be done by next spring in this one. It's a pretty aggressive schedule. We actually have till the end of next year to do it. But with having as many as we've got, as long as we can keep the contractors on task, we'll continue going forward with that. I do want to turn it over to Janetta to talk to you a little bit about budget, where we kind of left off this last time, and steps going forward.
Well, good morning, Commissioners. As
Morning.
always, I got plenty of paper for you. As you're aware, we held 3 budget work sessions. And during that final work session on June 24th, the Commission agreed to the 2021 mill rate of 52.214 mills. And we've completed entering the proposed 2021 budget into the state of Kansas required budget form. And I've included in your packet the summary page as well as the calendar. And I've also given you all the documentation that we've used in all of these budget work sessions, so that you have a final copy for your packets of what that looks like. The first page is that budget summary. This is the summary page that gets put into the notice of the hearing that is required by statute. But it also is now complete because it has the budget authority required for those outside funds that are outside of the mill levy that I didn't have completed before. You can now see that it still balances to the 52.214 mills, which is the estimated tax rate in that far right-hand column for all those mill levied funds. And I've also included in your packet the calendar, and put on the packet the statutorily required dates to follow, which is by August 1st. The notice of budget hearing must be published, and then by August 15th, which you have to hold the public hearing at least 10 days after the published notice of budget hearing. And the budget can be adopted that same day. If not, then there is 10 days after that to formally adopt the 2021 budget by the Commission. So I'm here in front of you this morning to request that we move forward with that calendar based off of the last budget work session that we had.
Anybody have a problem moving forward?
No, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks good, thank you.
Okay, thank you. And I also want to thank for all your time and hard work and effort and the department heads. This has been a process that we started way back in March when COVID started, and there's been a lot of work and a lot of time and effort, and so I just want to express my thanks to the commission, the department head, and to Richard for all your help in this
You want to
process.
say something about the S&P rating?
Oh, I can. We did receive notice that the interview we had with S&P for the upcoming Geo Bond Series 141 of 2020, we got a AA- rating. I think the comment was we still have a weak economy,
No,
but
stable up.
stable outlook, but weak economy
Mhm.
was their,
Good.
so. It was good that we maintained the AA minus. I guess in just our comments that we had during the interview was that, it would pretty much be unheard of for anybody at this point in time with COVID and what's going on in the nation to even get an upgrade. So we were very fortunate to stay where we were at.
Thank you. Okay, anything else?
I'll move to Bo. Do you wanna talk a little bit about Muni Code Supplement number 19?
We sent our ordinances into Unicode. This is the second half of 18 and old 19 and 20. So the quote is, for the supplement is, and this is high, they always give you a higher estimate than it will actually be, is $3,838.08. That next part of the folio, we're taking that off because she said, talking with Alicia with Unicode, that it's the same thing as the online version now, and that we don't really need it. So we're gonna take that off, and then we also, on the shipping copies, we get 25, but we always have a huge stack left over, because books have either disappeared or we're not sure where they are, so we're gonna cut that down as well. But we'll bring this next week for your approval, because obviously we have to get the books codified and the online version updated.
And that's basically taking all the ordinances that you've adopted that have impacted the city code and putting them online, so, it's been a while since we've done that.
Okay, will you bring it next week? Okay, anything else?